Odessa. I'm a mystic intuitive healer. I'm a psychic medium, Reiki master, spiritual coach, and an intuitive tarot card reader. And through the work I'm doing here on YouTube, as well as my website, odessamall.com, I am hoping to deliver messages to you guys that will help you to awaken, heal, align, and grow. I am so glad that you guys are joining me for this pick a card today. I'm really excited about the topic. It's going to be really fun. I'm looking into what makes you so alluring. And before we get into the pile selection, I wanted to let you guys know I'm currently running a contest, and it's for one free reading with me. All you have to do to enter is subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment below. All right, so let's get into the pile selection. So I've got 3 cards here in front of me. Each of these cards are going to give me a general idea of what makes you most alluring. And pile number 1 is partnered with this polished wand, this branch. Pile number 2 is partnered with strawberry calcite, which is partnered beautifully with the heart chakra. It opens up that chakra and it helps us to express more love, compassion, joy, and find self-love as well as unconditional love for others. And then pile number 3 is partnered with lavender, which is an extremely soothing plant, and it really helps with dream recall as well as helping us to get into that deep REM sleep so we can connect with our intuition on a deeper level. Oftentimes we get psychic messages through our dreams. So I'm going to give you guys a second to select your pile, and I'll see you in a moment. Welcome back, pile number 1. So before we get into the card, I just want to let you guys know, if you missed it in the intro, I'm currently running a contest for a free reading with me. And all you have to do to enter is subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment below. And I'll be announcing the winner on my channel via video on January 1st. All right, so I've got your card here and your item, the wooden wand. So like I was saying in the intro, this card is going to give me a general idea of what people find most alluring about you. So let's see what it is. You've got Ye, the sun. That is so awesome. So you are a very positive person. You radiate positivity and joy. You light up a room. You just have a natural magnetism to you. You have the energy of you know, the sun is connected with Leo, so you might be Leo. So you might have a lot of qualities that just naturally draw attention to you. People sort of migrate to you and circle around you. You know, the planets are circulating around the sun. So, you know, I get the energy of somebody who could be an influencer, a celebrity, or just as extremely gregarious and outgoing, you know, the life of the party, that kind of energy. So, wow, I can see why people are magnetized to you. That is extremely alluring. You are extremely confident. And even if you don't feel confident, you project that confidence outside of yourself. So even if, you know, you're nervous, people are not seeing you sweat. They don't see that at all. And I also get the energy that you're really authentic. And I think that you're a little bit different too. You're unusual. You, there's something special about you. Like, you might potentially have a lot of tattoos, or you just have, like, you know, really interesting hair, or you have a really cool way of, you know, dressing. Or maybe, you know, you have a particular hobby or skill that is just like really entrancing to others. That's really incredible. So let's get some more cards and see what else is most alluring about you. Let's see here. Okay, what can my guides tell me about pile number 1? What is most alluring about them? Those came out in a big chunk, so I like it when they're a little scattered. There we go. Again, this is a newer deck, so sometimes it sticks a little bit. What is most alluring about pile number 1? Okay. So you got Heart Guardian. Love and let yourself be loved. So you're a very authentic person. You radiate unconditional love for yourself and others. I think that you are somebody who also likes the unusual and the different. You know, you are very open-minded and you allow people to feel at ease around you. You allow them to feel like they can be their authentic self. You put them at ease. So ultimately, that is really appealing. That's the kind of energy that people would radiate towards. You know, you do magnetize people to you because they don't feel like they have to put on an act. They can just be like their truthful self. And even though it's different from you, they feel like they can really shine. So that's amazing. You also got Trader, exchange energy to create abundance. I love that. So you are somebody who naturally just gives freely from your heart. You, I think, are someone who's very caring and empathetic. You will, you enjoy meeting new people and really hearing about their story, what they're interested in, and you're genuinely interested because I think that you're somebody who is very creative and you get a lot from learning about different people's experiences, different cultures. I think you like to travel. You know, some of you might actually be involved in industries where possibly you're like product developers or you're working for a company where you're required to travel a lot, so you get exposed to a lot of different cultures and different trends, and you feel really invigorated by that. Like you're the kind of person that if you were traveling, you would want to really be immersed in the culture. You want to go where the locals go. You want to eat the food that they're eating. You want to experience what they're experiencing because then you're going to like understand the people that you're engaging with on a deeper level. You also got Direction Guardian, choose your path. So you are somebody who is not only are you interested in all of the different interests and all of the different walks of life and all the different paths that other people have walked, but you also help others to sort of find their way forward. You give them direction, and sometimes I think that might just be by giving them permission to live their life authentically. And you might not be verbally giving anybody permission to do that. You give them permission by just accepting them for who they are and also leading by example. You accept yourself for who you are. You live your life based on those principles, that it's better to just be completely authentic and allow those things that don't serve you to fall away than to put on a false mask and then try and navigate through the world by hiding who you really are. And I think that you got to that conclusion because there was a time in your life where you were hiding from the world. You were not being honest about who you are because you got shapeshifter, transform, and unveil your gifts. I think there was a time when you had a mask on. but you've learned that your ability to adapt and to transmute yourself or to like blend in with different groups is actually a skill that you can use to be able to really truly be yourself in all situations. Instead of adapting yourself to what others expect of you, you are able to sort of adapt the situation to be a comfortable environment for you. You know what I mean? So you really are a leader to others, you know, and that makes people feel like they always want to be in your company, and that you have some spiritual knowledge or some, you know, it's like you figured it out. Like you have a key. You got high priest, intend, and create. Like you have mastered the art of alchemy and manifestation. Like you figured out how to take the gifts that you have and apply it in such a way that it's authentic to yourself and it's creating the life that you want. And people want to be around you because they find your energy really enticing and healing, but also they are learning, you know, very actively by engaging with you, but also on an energetic level, they are learning from you how they can also embody this energy of the shapeshifter. Wow, that is so incredible. I love that. Okay, let's get some more cards. I'd like to, I'm going to use my Moon Baby Tarot. This is one of my Kickstarter decks. There is a walkthrough at the link below if you're interested in seeing this whole deck. But what makes pile number 1 so alluring? What makes pile number 1 so alluring? Okay. Oh, nice. Okay, so one of the first cards that came out is the 9 of Swords, which is talking about depression and anxiety. It can talk about nightmares, sleepless nights. But following that, you got these beautiful cards all about transformation and spiritual growth, because you got Temperance, which is a card that's talking all about balance, and it's talking about balancing out the spiritual nature as well as the physical aspects of our life, and it can be talking about an emerging new beginning. It's kind of similar to the energy of the Death card, whereas the Death card is a little more active, like, and it's swifter. The Death card is talking about the end of one phase and the beginning of another, whereas the Temperance is the balancing of that energy in a really gradual, balanced way. Then you also got the Judgment card, which is talking about a spiritual awakening. It can be talking about the ability to look at things from a new perspective. Now, this is also a card that can be talking about, you know, having a lot of influence on people, but it's like guiding them in a positive way towards a higher state of being more high vibrational. Like I'm looking at this image, it's making me think of like the Pied Piper, which unfortunately, actually, that didn't work out very well for the children that followed the Pied Piper. But it's being able to have that influence over people and lead them, in this case, to a really positive transformation, a transformation that you yourself went through. And the transformation that you went through was that evolution to accept yourself. There's strong angel energy here. Like others might describe you sort of as an earth angel, that you just have such a loving, warm energy to you. And there's like a peace and serenity around you. That doesn't mean that you are like in a peaceful meditative state at all time. You might be extremely high energy because you did get the primary energy of the sun, and then I always link that to Leo, which is very center stage, kind of flamboyant energy. But you just have this sense about you that you truly accept things as they are, and you accept people for all of the beautiful differences that they bring into the world. And you are a very action-oriented person, and I feel like you're a person that you inspire others to take action in their life. You know, like you tell them that anything that they want in this life can be theirs, and that the things that make them different from each other are like their most beautiful gifts. That's what they're supposed to step forward with and shine. And you've done that in your own life, that you really took those steps forward. And like I was saying, I do believe that there was a time in your life where you adapted, you know, your natural nature to fit like the needs or the expectations of the crowd that you were running with. But you don't do that anymore. And you just radiate this energy of self-acceptance. So let me see here. Actually, I'm going to do this deck. Okay. What makes pile number 1 so alluring? What makes pile number 1 so alluring? Okay. I love this. Oh my God. So, like I was saying before, I think that there was a time in your life where you were sort of hiding behind a mask. You got the mask card, and it never felt entirely right to you. I think that there was energy that came from your family of origin. You got the family card, where you felt like there was a certain set of rules that you needed to play by. And most people grow up with this kind of, lesson being taught to them, where like you kind of have to hide who you really are and sort of like play the game, it's almost to be perfectly honest, it's almost a game of manipulation, because you're not being really authentic about who you are or what you want. You're doing and saying things so that people will like you, because if they like you, then hopefully you're going to get the promotion, or you're going to like align yourself with the right people so that you get the material things that you want out of life. But in your heart of hearts, you knew that that wasn't really ever going to make you happy. That just never felt right for you, because you got the back and forth card and you got it playing it safe. So I think you were like, because you're the shining star, you were able to wear this mask, meet other people's expectations. They really liked you, but you felt like you were always holding yourself back, and you were, because you're a star, and you were holding yourself back from really showing how much of a star you truly are, so that other people that maybe were insecure felt more comfortable around you. And you ended up going through this phase where you were like, you felt torn between being your authentic self and like stepping forward, stepping into your power, being the center of your own life, and letting your light shine as bright as it possibly can, and then continuing to play the game and wear this mask. And eventually you release that. I feel like it was this upgrade, this awakening, this download, this spiritual experience that took place in your life that called on you to make this change. And you just felt like, you know what? I am going to release these expectations and I'm going to follow my heart, because at least I won't have any regrets. I won't look back on my life and say, I should have, I wish I had, if I had only. You'll know that you gave it your best shot, and if it doesn't work, you can always go back to what you had been doing before. But ultimately, it brought you so much abundance and so much self-assurance, and it all came from the vast universe. The source was giving you the opportunity to shine your light and show who you truly are on a soul level. And you were healed. You were not only healed by, your guides, your angels, your ancestors, but you healed yourself through this process by being optimistic about what the future could hold, seeing the beauty all around you. And by doing that, you were able to see the beauty in all of the people around you, no matter how different they are from you, no matter how unusual or strange their particular style or talent or, their background is. All of it is beautiful to you. And that's why you feel so comfortable in all of these different circles, all these different environments. And people find that very, very, very sexy. Not only do they feel healed around you, but that you are a person that was not broken by your own struggles. And not only that, you are able to shepherd them. You're able to guide them through to another way of being. I feel like a lot of people that encounter you have never met anyone like you before. That is so amazing. So let me get a couple more cards and find out a little more information about what makes you so alluring. What makes pile number 1 so alluring? Oh boy. Okay, I think that's a good number. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. So, you are a person who naturally is very, very, very attractive. I think that you're just physically, I think that you're just a really beautiful person. I think that you have a magnetism to you. I think that you look younger than you actually are. And I think your energy is also younger, like you're in tune with your inner child, which is extremely sexy. You have great style, like I was saying before. Like you think outside of the box, and you're like a trendsetter. You're not a trend follower. But then at the same time, there's plenty of people that are trendsetters and they're super judgmental of other people, and they are like, no, this is cool and that's not cool. You're not like that at all. You're like, this is cool and this is where I think, trends are going. But you are so open to the way that other people express themselves, because you find it all exciting. It's all unique and interesting, and it brings color and pattern and vibrancy to your life. And so you got the card status and acquisition. And these two cards are talking about the beautiful people. And I think that you might work in fashion, you might work in the beauty industry, advertising, just in an industry that's about image. You might be an influencer, you might have a social media presence. And I think that when you were in that phase where you were behind the mask, it was you playing into more of like the expectations of society, like I was saying before, where it was like, even though you never agreed with the idea that this is cool and that isn't, you didn't necessarily speak up and say that you didn't agree. And now you're more comfortable being vocal about that. And it's not that you're saying that others are wrong for discriminating or being judgmental about, you know, what is in and what isn't, or who should be included and who shouldn't. You just are actively inclusive of everyone. So you don't even have to say that, no, that's wrong, because through your actions, it shows everyone around you that you believe that everyone is beautiful, and then everyone has something glorious and creative and vibrant to share with the world. And I love that energy. I absolutely love that. And you might be using this as a way of launching some sort of enterprise. Like you might have your own business, or you have your own side hustle, because you got the enterprise card and you got speculation. So you might, and you also got, you got fulfillment, and there's like money here and ships coming in. So you might actually be actively like launching your own business, or, you know, maybe you have your own like social media platform where you talk about trends or beauty, or just, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be like physical trends, like physical, like beauty and style and things like that. It could be you're talking about your interests, but basically you're using your sun energy and your attitude of inclusivity to help you to deliver a message that you might have actually grown into an actual business. Even if it's a side hustle right now, I think it's really going to grow and bloom into something that is extremely impressive and like world changing, because you got exhilaration and you got birth. So you are coming across as somebody who is extremely fertile and abundant. Like you're somebody who has a lot of ideas and comes up with a lot of creative ways of approaching things. It's like constantly this energy of rejuvenation and rebirth. So you might reinvent yourself a lot. You might like change your hair a lot, or, you know, like you just, yeah, your style, the way you present yourself is constantly evolving and changing. Maybe your interests are changing a lot, and it's not like it's a matter of you not knowing who you are. You're just like constantly interested in new things, and it's all just building and building and building and building. And people find that energy so intoxicating and so exhilarating. It's just like something that they want to really be around. And you understand both sides of yourself. It's not like you had an easy time releasing this tendency to sort of like indulge in wearing the mask. It's part of your shadow. And through you releasing that, you were able to find the balance between your light side and your dark side, or your moon energy and your sun energy. You have those two energies balanced. You got the negotiation card, and you're able to then show others how they can find that balance as well, because it's at the core of who you are. You got the principal card, and again, you've got sun, moon, and then this is moon, sun. So you are able to find that balance, and it's written in the stars. Like that is part of why you're here. And people find that so sexy. They really, really, really find you extremely sexy, alluring, passionate. You got the lust card. I think there's a lot of people that are really lusting after you and that would love to have a more intimate relationship with you. If you are a divine feminine, if you identify as being a woman, people might find you very, you know, enticing in like a traditional feminine way. sensual, and I'm getting the energy almost of, I'm getting voluptuous. So a number of you might have very voluptuous bodies. And I'm also getting the energy of like a femme fatale. You know, like you just really know how to like intrigue people. You're like the kind of person that people really watch when you're in a room. I absolutely love that. All right, so I'm gonna get just a couple of final cards from my guides. What are some final thoughts you can give me on pile number 1 and what makes them so alluring? What makes pile number 1 so alluring? Oops. Okay, let me get that card. Oh my God. Okay, so you are a very lucky person. You might have sort of changed this energy dynamic. You balancing that light and dark energy. And you might have been able to sort of align yourself with your life's purpose, and all of a sudden doors just started opening up to you. Like maybe you're an actor and all of a sudden, like you'd been trying to get parts, not all doors closed. You were like having to work on sets, do other things, no acting gigs other than like maybe like a couple of bit parts on the side for like friends projects, and all of a sudden you like land this major project and like your career takes off, or like, you know, you are able to get like the perfect job for yourself, and you'd been trying to get into a particular company for ages and nothing was working out. Or, you know, you are trying to launch a business and all of a sudden the financial backing and like the perfect business partner comes into alignment with you. It's just like things just work out perfectly. Oh my God. And you got the duality card, which is exactly what I've been talking about with this sun and moon energy. And like the banana is also a symbol of great abundance because it always comes in bunches. And there's the caduceus here, which is linked with Mercury. And that is also a symbol of being able to heal yourself, because this is the symbol of medicine. And it's also talking about being in tune with your intuition and like getting messages from your higher self through your you know, intuition and your instincts. And you, oh my God, then you also got victory. So you're just like a lucky, victorious person who is deeply in tune with your empathic nature. That both of these cards, the luck and the banana, the duality with the bananas and the lime in the luck card, have the alchemical symbol for water. And the victory card has the alchemical symbol for air, and both of those elements are strongly connected to the vast universe and our intuition. So you listen to your instincts and they play out beautifully for you. I think that you are also just like a very vibrant, you know, feisty is what I'm getting. Some of you might actually be like feisty, like, because I can taste like lime. It's like, you're just like a breath of fresh air. You're just very like, you know, a palate cleanser. That's what I'm getting. You're a real palate cleanser. And the flowers on here, this vibrant red, which is like a very action-oriented color. And there's a crown on here. Like, people see you as having the potential to really stand out, like the crown connecting back to Leo and that royal energy. Like, you could really be a star. You could really be a star. Wow. And people are extremely enticed by you. That is what makes you so alluring. I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. This was such an honor to do this. I really enjoyed it. And remember what I said about the contest. If you guys want to participate, then all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment below, and I will announce on January 1st who the winner is. And if you're interested in having a reading with me, you can always go to my website, odessamall.com. I hope that I see you guys in the next Pick a Card, and have a fabulous day. Take care. Hi, pile number 2. Okay, so I've got your card here, but before we get into that, I just wanted to let you know, in case you missed the intro, that I am running a contest this month for a free reading with me. If you want to participate, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel, like this video, and comment below, and I'm going to announce on January 1st the winner via video on my channel. All right, so I've got your card. This is going to give me a general idea of what people find most alluring about you. So let's take a look at what it is. You got Kuan Yin, compassion. So people find your compassion, your open heart, your empathy extremely alluring, and I just got the word intoxicating. You seem, and like the energy that I'm getting from this card is that you're like a wildflower, that you have this soothing, beautiful, enticing energy, but there's something really exotic, and I got the word experimental about you. You might be someone who is open and excited to try new and different things, that you have a very open heart on multiple levels. That's really amazing. So let me get some more cards and we'll dive in a little bit more into this message. I'm going to start with the Moon Baby Tarot. No. I'm going to start with this oracle. Okay. So what is most alluring about pile number 2? What is most alluring about pile number 2? This card wants to come out. What is most alluring about pile number 2? All right, let's see. Okay, like I was saying, you have a really open heart. You are extremely compassionate. You are open and honest with people, and you accept everyone for who they truly are. You just have unconditional love. You've really mastered that lesson, and it was a hard fought battle. You have gone through a lot of different stages of evolution in this life. I think that earlier in your life, you experienced a lot of loss. You got the card loss, and you also got the card deception. I think this is indicating that you possibly were in either a family, or you were in circles with like friends or colleagues, where the people that were part of your circle did not have your best interest at heart. They were dishonest with you. They would say one thing to your face and then talk behind your back, and you were just completely open and honest about how you felt about life and the world, and it never even occurred to you to like lie about stuff like that. Like, why would you not just be honest? And it's because you unconditionally accept people for who they are, whereas people in their shadow don't do that. They lie about things because they truly believe that everyone will judge them if they're honest about who they are, and they couldn't relate to you. They lied to your face, and judged you for being open and accepting because they really couldn't accept themselves. And as a result, you ended up losing a lot of relationships, romantic, familial, and friendships. And it was really painful for you. This could also be talking about some of you potentially losing someone because they crossed over, and that experience of loss, possibly some of you actually watched, I think maybe even a parent pass on due to an illness, possibly cancer, something like that, where you watched them fade away, and it really gave you a strong sense of compassion and empathy for others and people that have gone through that kind of experience of loss. But it also ignited a sense of passion within you to make the most of every single day, and that you need to find the love inside your heart for the people that you care about. You know, you need to focus on that, because the people that you love can be gone like that, and you never know when the energy is going to shift, and someone that you thought would be with you until the very end is all of a sudden gone. And that could be because they passed on, but it could also be that all of a sudden they just go in a different direction. Like tower moments do that, right? We've all experienced that in our lives before, where we sort of grow apart from another person. But there's often times when you're going to go through an ascension and you're going to shift and change and become a new version of yourself, that the people that are no longer in alignment with you get sort of swept away out of your life. And you, having experienced this loss and still being rooted in your unconditional love, you really focused your energy on the things that you value in life. And what you value in life is having supportive connections with friends and family and with love, because you got the new supportive connections and you got the true love card. Now, this true love card, I believe, is not just talking about romantic relations with another person, but also having unconditional love for yourself, because this figure is looking into a mirror. She is looking at her own reflection, and she's finding that unconditional love for herself. You also got the family, friends, and guides. So it's possible that you started to have increased intuition, or you were connecting with your spiritual nature on a deeper level. Maybe you decided to start getting interested or getting involved in more of a like traditional spiritual community, like going to church more or something like that. But regardless, you really started to like dive in and pour your energy into relationships, and really focusing on building sustainable partnerships with people in your workplace. And you started to focus on all of the things that bring you joy and happiness in your life. And you started to spend your energy and your time traveling. And that could be physically going on trips and seeing new places and having experiences that you had always wanted, like bucket list type of things. But it can also be like traveling within your own heart and mind, and like doing some of this deep diving into your own psyche to figure out what it is that you really love about yourself. And through that process of you like getting in tune truly with your like the core of your compassion and empathy, you magnetize that energy in yourself, and you started to be able to stand tall as the beautiful wildflower you are. And people find that so intoxicating and alluring. Like they find it really sexy. That I just keep getting Snow White in my mind, like her like calling the animals in, and she's like sitting and like there's like squirrels on her lap, and like, you know, like she is, that's pretty alluring. Like honestly, that's the kind of energy I'm getting from you. Like whether you're a male or a female or however you identify, it's like that kind of energy. Like you're like the kind of person that like it would not surprise people if wild animals came up to hang out with you. You know, like you are like otherworldly, compassionate fairy type energy. Like that's awesome. So let's get some more cards and find out what is so alluring about you. So I'm going to work with the Moon Baby Tarot now. This is one of my newest decks. There's a walkthrough below if you're interested in seeing it. So what is so alluring about group number 2? What is so alluring about group number 2? Okay. Oh my God, I love this. So like I was saying, you're a really honest person and you are able to see the beauty in others. The King of Swords is someone who is a master of communication. You are able to speak your truth, and you're able, when you're in your best qualities, you're able to communicate in such a way that the other person can clearly hear your point of view, and you're also able to see things from the other person's perspective. So that's really powerful energy. And what you are communicating to others is that you value foundations. The Four of Wands is a card of foundations. It can be a card of celebration. So this can be partnering with others. You value this teamwork. You value everyone's opinions being taken into consideration. This can be a card of marriage too. So you have deep soul bonds with others that last long periods of time, and that is extremely alluring to people as well. People see you as someone who is truly in alignment, that you've taken action to bring yourself into alignment quickly too. The Eight of Wands is fast-paced change into alignment. And you have a wonder about you, like you are curious about how other people experience the world. You also are extremely in tune with your spirituality, and you trust the universe. The Fool is the beginning of the journey. The energy is that you are listening to your intuition, and you're going to follow that energy towards whatever path you're led, because you really believe that if you follow your intuition, you'll be led towards something that's extremely abundant. And you have proven that through your actions, through releasing all of this deceptive energy and these old combative connections. You did bring yourself into an alignment with a group of friends that really support you and truly love you for who you are and really respect what you bring to the table. You have great relationships with the people that you work with or potentially go to school with. You have a great relationship with your family and your spirit guides. You love yourself. You possibly have a really solid marriage or partnership. You have the ability to really be in tune with your inner child. You have a lot of fun, and you are indulging yourself in the things that make you happy. You're experiencing all kinds of new things. So people are really like drawn to you as a result of that. You have the energy of the Star, which is wish fulfillment. You being in alignment with what your divine purpose is, if you will. It's like you are a wish come true. People really see you as like otherworldly, like I was describing before, that you have that kind of fairy energy, like you can like talk to the plants or like animals, or like that if you wished on a star, it would come true. That's the energy that you have. And you got the World card, which is talking about you completing old cycles and bringing about new abundant energy into your life. This is bringing good luck and positive karma. Really, really fabulous energy. I can really see why people are attracted to you. It's very, very alluring. So let's get some more cards and find out what else people find so alluring about pile number 2. What do people find alluring about pile number 2? Oh, geez. What do people find alluring about pile number 2? You got tons of cards here. Okay, let me see. All right, so one of the things that people find really alluring about you actually mirrors what was going on in pile number 1, that you have been able to acquire a lot of material abundance, and you have great style. You are a really beautiful person. You got the acquisition card. So through this action of you following your heart and, doing what you love and aligning yourself and basically spending time with the people that make you feel good instead of the people that, drain your energy, you've been able to bring yourself into alignment with beautiful miracles and getting that wish fulfillment. So you have a lot of abundance. The acquisition card is talking about that. You could have potentially even had publicity or some sort of up-leveling, like almost like you've been given an opportunity to be a real leader, possibly in your job, in your family, in your community, because you got the publicity card, but you also got the authority card. So, it's possible that you have achieved some level of fame or, a high level of authority or respect within your life, within your community, within your career. And partially that's been brought in because you have detached yourself from your ego. You got the detachment and the egotism card, which is evident with the releasing of the cycles of deception and loss. You release that from your life. You allowed yourself to become completely independent. You decided that it was more important that you love yourself than you get the approval of people that honestly, I keep seeing a goalpost like switching positions, like it's their expectations were constantly changing. So you never knew how you were going to stand with them. So you decided, no, I don't need that anymore. As long as I feel like as long as I'm proud of who I am and what I'm doing, that's enough. And you also, because you detached yourself from the need to meet other people's expectations, you also opened yourself up to the wonder and the possibilities that were in your own life. So you became very resourceful and adaptable. And as a result of that, these doorways were open to you. Again, going back to the Star card and the World card, and you also received the Secret card. So listening to your intuition, and for some of you, this could be more pronounced than that. It could be actual psychic abilities, you actually using divination techniques to possibly get more information. Partially, you're doing that already because you're listening to a pick a card, but it could be even more than that. For some reason, I've got scrying just now. So some of you might be using scrying in water or a mirror, just to allow yourself to have a means of channeling your information, channeling the information that you're getting during meditation so that you can apply it to like your life situations. And you really started to focus on what you were enthusiastic about, right? Going back to the joy, because you also got the enthusiasm card. And when we follow our heart, we are brought into alignment, like that Eight of Wands. And you have such a beautiful energy of enthusiasm and exaltation. Like you really are truly satisfied and just like grateful for everything that's been blossoming in your life. And people find that extremely sexy. I think that you are also considered somebody who is like constantly sort of morphing and changing and evolving, similar to pile one, where you might be changing your outward appearance regularly, just because you're a chameleon, right? There's a chameleon here. But it could also mean that you are extremely sexually alluring to a lot of different groups of people. You know, like it's just your energy. Like it's not necessarily even like the outward appearance. Some people might find you extremely sexually attractive to them, even though at face value they would say like, oh, I'm like that person. If someone described you to this another person, they might say, oh no, that person isn't my type. You know, like they might have a very rigid idea of what they would consider as a partner, and then they meet you and you're like, they've never been more attracted to anyone before in their entire life. You know, you just like shatter assumptions and break molds for people. That's what I'm getting. So this is incredible. Let's get some more cards and find out some more information about what makes you so alluring to others. Let's dive into this deck. What makes group number 2 so alluring? And please, a couple more. What makes group number 2 so alluring? Okay. Continuance. Amazing. So this is a card that is talking about abundance. This is talking about evolving and the cycles. Like it kind of is going back to this energy of, where was it? Why can't I find it? I don't know where the card is. Regardless, it's that energy of you reinventing yourself. Oh, right. It was the lust card. I was talking about the chameleon. This is you really being able to sort of evolve and grow beyond any of the obstacles that take place in your life. It's like you go through a tower moment and people feel like you're not going to be able to recover from it, and then all of a sudden you rise like the phoenix and you're more glorious and gorgeous than you've ever been before. That's the energy that I'm getting. And I think that a lot of people from your past really didn't think that you would ever reach this level of achievement and success. And if this isn't resonating with you yet, this is on the horizon for you. This is absolutely what is unfolding. And honestly, a lot of times we don't necessarily see ourselves accurately, you know, like we don't see ourselves the way that others do. And this is how others are seeing you. This is what draws them to you. And you are a very courageous person. You take chances and make decisions and move down pathways that other people would not, because they're afraid. They're afraid to break ties with the old patterns and the old people. You know, like sometimes we align with these groups of people that don't respect us, like really early on in our life. And it's like, oh, but I've known this person for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years. I couldn't possibly just cut them off. Absolutely you can. Absolutely you can. Because if they're dragging you down. They're keeping you from achieving your greatest successes. And you wrote a life plan for yourself to help yourself bring something, not only knowledge and experiences into your own life, but to help others as well. There's other people that are waiting to align with you. And these people that are in this energy of deception, they have lessons that they need to learn karmically. Just let them go and learn them. You know, it's not out of hatred or anything. We've been there too. You know, there's not one karmic lesson that anyone in your life is experiencing that you yourself haven't experienced at some point. It just might not have been in this life, but we are all on the same path. No one is better or worse than anyone else. We're just at different points on the same path. And people find the fact that you are willing to take these risks and move away from things that don't serve you anymore very courageous, and that is extremely alluring. Basically, you know your worth, and that's sexy. And you're very grounded. You might actually already read tarot. There's tarot cards here. You might already understand the cycles of the moon, you might work with the cycles of the moon, releasing and manifesting. You might be somebody who does a lot of meditation as well. Salt baths are coming forward to me, which comes forward to me a lot. I'm a huge fan of salt baths for cleansing energy and grounding ourselves. But you've just come across as someone who's extremely grounded and nurturing, and you really know who you are and what you want. That is incredible. So let's get a couple final cards about what makes you so alluring. What makes group number 2 so alluring? Okay. All right. So oh my God, you got the loss card again. So you definitely have experienced great loss in your life, and you have risen from this. You have been definitely influenced by people in a negative way, and there has been an energy that others brought into your life that was talking again about giving into the ego and all about just acquiring external possessions and status, and you knew that you needed to escape this energy, and you did, and you took this opportunity to then concentrate. You got the concentration card on focusing on your innovation. So the things that you wanted to achieve in your own life, in your own way. Who cares if people don't understand it or if it's never been done that way before? That's how innovators, create huge changes in the world, right? Like, somebody has to break the mold. That's how innovators do it. They are doing something that no one else has done before in that way and proving that it's successful. And you are doing that in your own way, in your life. You have harnessed innovation. You focused on being optimistic about what you could achieve in this life. And optimism and seeing the cup as half full and having gratitude is how you truly manifest things. And you got the fulfillment card. It brought you fulfillment in your life, and it brought you great riches. There's a giant bag of money here, and you got the riches card. So this might actually mean that you actually brought yourself some sort of fame. Like I was saying before, like you got the card, the star card. So like you have elevated yourself to a position where you are truly respected by others. And you also got the publicity card, the authority card, the riches card. If you wanted to, and the influence card, can also be talking about influencers and the star. So if some of you out there are hoping that you're going to be able to make it big, have a big break, have some sort of public recognition, that's absolutely something that you could achieve in this lifetime. You just have to continue to focus on the highest vibrational path and releasing the things that don't serve you. You know, you might have to be willing to walk it alone for a little while, but ultimately it's going to bring you like so much more than anything you were releasing. And remember, you're never alone because you always have your guides with you. You always have your ancestors, and you will blossom like the beautiful wildflower that you are. Oh my God. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. It was such a pleasure doing this. And remember about the contest, if you want to be included, just subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment below. I'll be announcing the winner on January 1st. And if anyone's interested in having a private one-on-one reading with me, you can always go to my website, odessamall.com, and book there. I hope to see you guys in the next Pick a Card, and I hope you have a great day. Take care. Hi, group number 3. Okay, so I've got your card here, but before we get into that, I just wanted to let you know, in case you missed the intro, that I am holding a contest this month for a free reading with me. And if you want to participate, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment below. And I will be announcing the winner on January 1st via video on my channel. Okay, so we've got your card. Let's take a look at it. This card is going to give me a general idea of what the world finds most alluring about you. So let's see what it is. Lilith, independence. Oh, I love that. I love Lilith. I love Lilith. So you are an extremely powerful, independent person. You are most likely deeply connected to your feminine energies, even if you do not identify as a woman. We all have divine feminine and divine masculine energy within us, yin yang energy. And Lilith is the first wife of Adam. She was a person who ended up leaving Adam and the Garden of Eden because she did not want to be beneath Adam. She wanted to be his equal. And so she is now a symbol of independence. And that energy is obviously at play within you. I feel like you're a real rebel because I just keep getting Riot Girl. And I love that so much. So you're a little bit punk rock. I like that. That's really cool. Let's get some more energy, or we're going to get lots of energy. We're going to get some more cards that are going to give me a deeper sense of your energy. Okay, what can my guides tell me about pile number 3 and what is most alluring about them? What is most alluring about pile number 3? Okay. All right, so what I am seeing is that you are a very heart-centered person, and you got your higher self. So you are very, you're an independent person because you know who you are. You are able to be in contact with who you are on a soul level, not just who you are egoically. It's not based on, you know, the value system that is at play here on Earth. It's based on what you came here to achieve, the lessons and the growth that you came here to embody. You know who that person is. You've gone through a transformation. You have gone from an energy where possibly you had been hiding a little bit of who you are. You've got hidden motivations. You also got victim mentality. So you might have had a lot of people that, you know, also had hidden motivations and hurt you in the past. And you felt like, why me? Why is this happening to me? And we've all gone there through that energy. We've all felt that way before, but you released it. You transformed. You were like, you know what? It doesn't even matter what happened in the past. I don't care about that anymore. It is what it is. Bad things happen to people. We grow and we evolve and we change and we become stronger as a result of that. You know, Lilith being kicked out of the Garden of Eden to like wander in the wild was probably very traumatic. But she is this powerful goddess. In some cultures, she's considered a demon, which I think is so hilarious. So I think that through this experience of you releasing this energy of the victim mentality, the hidden motivations, you're also able to like now tune into that energy in others. It's like I keep seeing this antenna. Like you can basically read bullshit from 100 miles away. Like you can tell if somebody is in their shadow and you will give them a wide berth because you have put in the work to really cultivate your intuition and you know how to manifest the things that you want and you focus on having gratitude. And it really magnetizes this beautiful, powerful energy towards you that opens doors for you. And I feel like people see you not only as like this really independent, powerful, feminine, heart-centered energy, but it's like you are like Mother Earth, that kind of energy. Like everything you touch just grows and blossoms and like is rejuvenated. Like I'm getting this, I don't know why, for this reading, for some reason, all of these Disney princess characters are coming forward, but it's like I'm getting Cinderella when she's like, when the birds are just coming to her, and the last one I got Snow White. I like, partially it's because of this card, like this figure has all of these birds just perching all over her, which is like very reminiscent of Cinderella, but it's like you've risen up from the ashes, if you will, and you liberated yourself. You didn't need a Prince Charming to come in or a Princess Charming, you know, whoever you were looking for to come in and help you, you know, to rescue you. You released that. You rescued yourself, and people find that so sexy and so intoxicating. And I feel like you're a little bit wild. I think that you have like this wild sort of sexual magnetism about you. That's because I keep seeing a tiger in my mind, that you know, people find you super sexy, but also they're a little intimidated by you, and the danger around you is also really sexy. Because I think that you're like Riot Girl. Like, this is like, take no prisoners. I'm not dealing with any bullshit. So if you are going to try and play games with me, gone. I'm not entertaining this at all. Like, you don't give anyone a second chance. The minute you smell that there's some sort of like hidden motivations and like any kind of toxic energy going on, you're like, gone. But you are not angry about it at all. You just like are very just clear about, you just cut ties. You'll just like not return phone calls, or like you'll just release that person. And some people might see that, you know, others that, you know, have not evolved to your level, they might find that they might have issue with that, but honestly, they'll get to the same point once they start respecting their own boundaries. Okay, so let's get some more cards and find out some more information about what people find so alluring about you. Okay, what is so alluring about pile number 3? pile number 3. What can you tell me about what's alluring about pile number 3? Okay. All right. Yeah, you are definitely a very abundant person. You're a leader in your life. You really know how to command respect. Wow. Okay, so I am impressed. Okay, so you got the King of Cups, so you're an extremely compassionate, empathetic person. You are totally in tune with your emotions, but you're able to ground that into the physical. You don't get carried away with over sentimentality. You allow your emotions to help you bond to other people, but you don't allow those emotions to override your analytical mind. Very wise. You also got the King of Wands, so you are a leader. You are extremely sexy. You might even possibly be on a public stage. This can be like the entrepreneur, the influencer. You're very stylish. People really are in awe of you. Like, they want to watch you. They're interested in what you're doing. You also got the Queen of Pentacles, so you are able to manifest everything that you want in this life, like I was getting with this intuition, manifestation, and great gratitude card. This is like equal to like Mother Nature, as well as the Empress is. These are two cards that talk about the divine feminine being extremely abundant, being able to manifest anything that she wants in her life, being very alluring and sexually attractive. And the Empress is also in tune with her psychic nature. Then you also got the Temperance card. So this is talking about you really, again, having that balance, like I was talking about with the King of Cups. You also have a lot of patience about things. Like, you know about self-care. You know when to rest and recuperate. The Four of Swords is talking about meditation. I do believe you have a spiritual practice, and that can manifest in a bunch of different ways. You might physically be meditating. You could just be making sure that you are putting in the time and effort to take care of yourself. And if that means that you are taking time to sit and read a book that you really love, or get together with friends, or prepare a really delicious meal for yourself, possibly go to the gym, take time with your hobbies, spend time with your pets, or, possibly with children. You do that. You understand that that's important. And that's the Temperance card is talking about that balance between the spiritual and the physical. And you also have long-standing relationships with people from the past, and they also have a strong, positive opinion of you. And you might even have a history of like reconnecting with people and like rebuilding relationships with people from the past. And you are able to cultivate and even draw people forward from the past that are on the same pathway as you, that also are working towards being in alignment with like their highest vibrational path. They're also people that are embodying that Fool energy, where they are trusting in spirit and they're walking the path forward, even if they don't know exactly how it's all going to work out. But they have that same energy of balance. And you also have your divine masculine and your divine feminine energy, and you have this warrior spirit that people find so sexy. You have released any kind of self-limiting beliefs. You got the Tower and the Eight of Swords. I think, even influence others to release this energy. I think that you come in like a lion versus a lamb. You know, like you really come in and shake things up. And some people might be turned off by that, but the people that are attracted to you are really attracted to this energy as well. Like, they just find you like, you're just totally punk rock. It's just amazing. And you are in tune with the darker side of life. You know, you're not scared off by the shadows. You're not going to entertain them. You're not going to sit in somebody's, you know, self-limiting beliefs with them and help them to cultivate this mythology of how, you know, they're not responsible and they have no power in their own life. And that means that they can just continue to, like, you know, hurt themselves and treat others like crap. You are not about that at all. You're about, let's go into the darkness and face those demons and let's slay them. You know, let's get rid of those blockages and let's move forward. Let's harness that power. Let's go into the darkness and take on board all of the psychic and spiritual lessons we possibly can, so we can emerge like this warrior goddess, you know? Like, you really have a powerful, powerful energy about you. Okay, so let's get some more cards and find out some more info about what people find so alluring about you, group number 3. What do people find so alluring about group number 3? Well, people definitely find you extremely sexy. You got the Lust card. And let's see what else you've got here. Yeah. Oh man. Okay, so they find you extremely sexy, and they find your ability to take control and be a leader extremely intoxicating. You got the Authority card, but you also got the Risk card. So, like I was saying, you take risks and you are willing to step forward and basically walk into the darkness and face your demons and really take control of that. You know, you are willing to really look at your shadow self and face that. And that's not easy. Like that takes a lot of courage, and people just find that so intoxicating. And because of that, I think that you can be somebody who's willing, like I was saying before, you're willing to take risks, but you're willing to like go and try things that might feel like really out in left field to others, you know, like just like going on spontaneously going on a trip. Like you might have the energy where you'll like literally just go to the airport and you're like, I have 5 days off. Where can I go for this much money? And you're just going to go. Or you just decide one day, you're like, I'm going to move somewhere. I'm going to like move to New York and see what it's like to live in New York for a year. Or I'm going to move to Australia, you know, like or I'm going to learn how to fence, or I'm going to go tree planting for, you know, a summer. It has this energy of you like just listening to your intuition and like just being all about finding new experiences. You're just very enthusiastic about life, and it's exhilarating for people. You know, like I think you also are the type of person that you'll meet somebody, right? You might be traveling, you like meet someone, and you're like, yes, we were gonna go down to Pompeii, but this group of people are going over to the island of Crete in Greece. Let's go over there with them. You just met them, but you just like go with it. And some people would be like really intimidated by that, but you just know in your heart, you're following your intuition, you know that it's gonna all work out. You just are very adaptable. You have a lot of versatility. Like you have a lot of different interests and you can blend well with lots of different people, and people find that just so sexy. You're extremely independent, right? You got the independence card with Lilith. Now you've got independence coming out here again. You got the extremism card. So you might even be a daredevil. You know, you might like want to try skydiving, or you want to like learn how to fly a Cessna, or you know, you want to go ice climbing or something. Like extreme sports might be really enticing to you. And you have, because of this fearlessness, you might be the type of person that is going to go out on a whim, or on a limb, I should say, to invest in an upstart. Or you're going to start your own business and it's like some wacky, crazy idea that nobody thinks is ever going to make it because they can't see the vision. And you do. And it gives you this, like, by taking these risks, it brings you great achievement. You've achieved great things. Possibly publicity. You might be somebody who has achieved fame and recognition in your industry. You might have created a lot of wealth for you. You got the riches card, but you are really grounded in your principles. You got the principle card. That's that duality again that the Chariot is talking about. You know who you are and you're guided by your heart. Although others on occasion might not see it that way because they see you as ostentatious, like you like beautiful things and you spend a lot of money possibly on your outward appearance, or you know, your apartment or your home or your car or whatever. But the people that are attracted to you know that you are actually extremely balanced in your approach to how you spend money, how you make decisions, but you just make decisions in a totally different way than others do. And there's nothing wrong with material wealth and having beautiful things around you. There is beauty all around us and material wealth on hand for a reason. It's all where is your heart? And your heart is grounded in the right place. And you're also an extremely charitable person. So if you made a lot of money, you would definitely be one of those people that would give a large portion of your income to charitable groups. I also see you as somebody who could potentially be investing, like I was saying before, in startups, or, you know, the kind of person that would start a scholarship fund or start like invest or like donate money for an after school program, those kind of things. Like you're the kind of person that would go back and like, I am going to invest money in a nonprofit that helps teach women to code. You know, like you are you're a disruptor. You're the kind of person that's going to break ground, but you know where you came from. You know where your hurdles were, where there were roadblocks to you. And you're going to go back and try and help people that are facing the same things, and you're going to try and help them to remove those blocks so that they can move forward and have even more success than you. That's incredible, and people find that so alluring about you. They're totally in awe. It's incredible. So let's get some more cards and find out some more about what's so alluring about group number 3. Wow, okay, I dropped a bunch. Let me see. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is exactly what we were talking about. So you're an extremely abundant person. I think that you have definitely, if not yet, you will have a lot of financial wealth, because you also got the productivity card, and this pumpkin is a symbol of abundance, and then the abundance for the grapes. Like, you are able to create wealth for you and opportunity, and you do it because you're pursuing the things that you love. You got the love card. That could also be manifesting a lot of love from others. I think you have a lot of admirers. You got the affection card, and this cat silhouette in the mirror is making me feel like there's a lot of admirers that are secretly watching you and lusting after you and wanting you, and you might not have any idea that they're there, but you are just like, in their eyes, this like ray of positivity and light. You're just like this shining sun. And I think that there are some people out there that just will never admit that they have a massive crush on you. But that's okay, you know, like, you're looking for someone, if you haven't already found the right person that can match this energy. The right person for you is going to be somebody who is as independent as you. It'll be your divine counterpart. So let's get some more cards. This is amazing. Where do I want to go with this? I'm gonna get a couple more of these. What else can you tell me about what is alluring about group number 3? Okay. Clarity, focus, and ritual. All right. Okay, so the ritual card, I think that you could very well be actually practicing some sort of ritual practices in your life that help you to manifest abundance. Now, that could be that you ritualistically meditate every day, or you go to yoga every single day, or you manifest by like having a gratitude journal, or you write down you have a bucket list and you write down everything that you want. You might clear your home of negative energy by lighting incense, or you know, you might have ritualistic baths. You might do rituals that involve self-care, taking time, like I was saying before, taking time for yourself, having that balance to meditate and you know, possibly read books or do things that really fill you up. And then the clarity, you have your eye on the prize. You know exactly what you want. And through that, you focus all your energy on that. And that's why you're so abundant. That's why you bring in all of this positive energy and things manifest for you by other people's standards. It probably feels effortless, although you put in a lot of work, because it took you a lot of work to get through this hidden motivation victim mentality energy, to release the shadow. And you are courageous and brave to face your own shadow. To do this, you had to look at yourself and say, okay, what is it that I'm afraid of? And say, I'm going to overcome it. And some of those things were probably your greatest gifts that brought you into this, you know, this publicity and riches and achievements, you know, like these are like oftentimes the things that we keep hidden are our greatest gifts. And you are a master of completing cycles, because my eye just got drawn to this alpha and omega, which is the beginning and the end. And that's also visible here on the Chariot card. It's the first letter and the last letter of the Greek alphabet. And you are a master at completing cycles. I feel like you're rapidly progressing through to reach a whole other level of spiritual evolution, which is really going to help you as you continue this journey of the soul. I believe in reincarnation, so that's what I'm referring to. All right, so let's get some final cards that will tell me about what is most alluring about you, group number 3. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna get the card that fell on the floor. Oh my God, there's 2 cards down here. You also got the card duality, which is the banana. The banana is also a symbol of abundance. This came out in one of the other groups. I think it was group number 2 as well. And there is the caduceus here, and that's a symbol of the god Mercury. And that is a symbol that is connected to our higher selves, intuition, spiritual knowledge. It's also a symbol of the medical field. So it's possible that you have a career in the medical field or holistic health or something, personal development, wellness, that kind of thing. But duality, that also partners back to the Chariot card, that that energy and being able to balance out that positive and negative and the light side and the shadow side. And you also got the card behind the mask, discovery, and great achievement. And I feel like this is going back to what I was saying about you looking within, finding that piece of gold inside yourself. This is a gold miner. He's holding up a piece of gold that he has panned out of this stream. And it was the thing that you were hiding inside yourself that you had the most fear about exposing that ended up giving you your greatest achievement. And people are like, oh my God, it's like, they're showing me a diamond being or a piece of coal being pressed into a diamond. Through pressure, you were really able to achieve true greatness, and people find that so sexy. And then your rock star attitude just adds to that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. This was awesome. And don't forget about the contest. If you want to participate, then subscribe, like this video, comment below, and I'll announce on the 1st of January who the winner is. And if you would like to work with me and have a one-on-one reading, you can always go to my website, odessamall.com, and book something there. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next pick a card. Take care.